Hello, hello, back at it again. Leaving Copperas, Cove. This is where I graduated high school a million years ago, where dinosaurs used to roam the earth. Here I picked up my second Poplin order of the day. It's from a customer I've had before. It's my second time picking up, but I noticed they did not rate and did not tip. I don't believe they rated or tipped, but I took it. I was just picking up from Georgetown, and I saw another order, and I looked at the time. I was like, you know what? I'll grab it. I didn't realize this person didn't tip or rate me, so hopefully they will this time. Either way, I'll take the points, even if it's only like, 25, 30 points or whatever. It's not a lot of laundry. It's more of a time suck. But I did take a Georgetown order as well. It's 4 bags of laundry. That's going to pay out a little bit. They're both due tomorrow by 8 o'clock. So I got a feeling I'll be making that a priority sometime tomorrow to get them both delivered, because they're in kind of opposite directions. But, so be it. Give you guys an update. I think I mentioned, on my last video, I had some laundry that was over 100 pounds. I had that delivered today in Harker Heights, and that bad boy was 160 pounds, man. 160 pounds. That was a lot of laundry, man, and some of it had to be put on hangers. So I hope they got a good experience. I mean, to pick up and drop off took up, my back seat, my trunk, and my front seat, between their baskets and the laundry and whatnot. So that was a nice little payout. Hopefully they give me a good rating, at least maybe a tip. I'll take that. But I definitely think I will be, I believe it's Diamond. I'll be a Diamond Laundry Pro on Poplin sometime this week. I still got quite a few orders out there that have been floating that haven't rated yet. Hopefully if they rate me, give me them points so I can get there. Let's see, what else has been going on? That was the current today. Today was a Grubhub DoorDash day. Uber still has not completed the background check, which kind of stinks. We'll just have to, just kind of have to wait for that, man. There's no way to fast forward the process. There's no fires to light. It's just, there it is. So, but it's not going to stop us. We didn't take any roadie orders. I looked, there wasn't anything really worth taking, but Grubhub kept me pretty busy. Got some DoorDashes. I went out and DoorDash last night. Went out about 11 o'clock. Got home before 1:30. I got just under $30, man. It was like $28.50 or something like that. I was doing earn by offer instead of earn by time. I had to park a little bit. The orders weren't back to back, but I did some declining. So dropped my acceptance rate a little bit. I'm still in the mid to high 80s, so it's not too shabby. Let's see. One order I did last night was at Jack in the Box over there by Cracker Barrel in Temple, and it was funny because they didn't have 2 items, and I asked if they wanted a substitute. The items were like a chocolate lava cake and churros, right? Food. They said, well, you can substitute them for drinks, which I thought was strange. And I was like, we can't substitute them for items? And it was a hysterical thing. The lady at the front counter went up to the manager I was on, and he goes, hey, are you gonna should we substitute? Are you gonna make the offer? Make the food? I'm like, wow, man, the employee is asking the manager if she's gonna make the food for a substitution on order. I thought that was another level of laziness. But the customer wanted to cancel after they handed me the food. Like, as soon as I said that I had the order, the customer wanted to cancel. But then the customer texted me back, asked if they can get refunded the money for the missing items. I said yes, just got to contact DoorDash. So I did complete the order anyways. Which I would have felt better about, because it was just bad timing. They literally handed the food as I accepted, and then the customer wanted a refund. Because at first I told him, you got a refund through the app. I already had the food. But hold on now. But so I was kind of playing in the gray because, I mean, if they canceled it and I got the food, one could say, hey, you got some free food. But, you know, that's a little on the gray area, man. It wouldn't make me feel good. So actually, I was kind of happy that I got to drop off that person's order. Let's see. But yeah, you know, no Bucky orders. I was hoping to get a Bucky order. No Buckies last night. You know, just took my little 28 and some change. My buddy of mine, Cat Daddy, he's one of the subscribers. He was out last night. We were talking on the phone while we were doing orders. He was doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. He did pretty good last night. And for that gentleman to do late night, I mean, he works a full-time job doing physical work, and then he still went out for a couple hours. I mean, that's a good hustle, good grind. So shout out to Cat Daddy. Let's see, jumping back, taking this order to Copperas Cove was kind of at first I thought it was a risk. When I first took the order, it asked what time could I pick it up, because I saw it was Copperas Cove. And at first I put, you know, before 8 p.m., but then I did the time in my head. I was like, you know, I could be there, you know, I'll be there in under an hour. And I got there under an hour. I mean, it's 2:36, I'm leaving Copperas Cove, and I can make it to my daughter's school before they start moving the cars for her to pick up, so it's gonna work out. So yeah, because as I said before, I don't really like risking the chance of me picking my daughter up late, you know. But it worked out, you know. It's kind of had a cowboy up and go for it. I mean, unless something like traffic stops on the highway or something, in my mind I'll still make it, you know, 20 minutes early. So pretty good stuff. It's Wednesday, April 2nd, so I get to have lunch with my daughter today at school, which is always fun. You know, we had, you know, sticky rice and steamed dumplings, and me, I had some kimchi. She doesn't eat kimchi yet. She'll take that kimchi juice and put it on rice, but she won't eat the actual kimchi. It's too chewy for her. Let's see. Of course, she had Doritos and things like that. She had her iPad on, so kids at the tables are like trying to look over the wall where we're at to see her tablet, because, you know, kids are addicted to screens just like adults are. But yeah, it's always a good day when I have lunch with my little girl. Let's see. She had a baseball game yesterday, and she got a lot of love from family. She had like one of her uncles and like two or three of her aunts and her cousins came out. A couple of her cousins her age came out. So she had a good time. You know, she got a lot of support. You know, it boosts the confidence. Plus, like, small stuff like that means a lot, man. When kids see their, you know, their cousins and their aunts and uncles, you know, they generally love them. I mean, they love these people, like, generally. You know, they're not looking what they can get out of them. Like, you know, a lot of older kids and adults turn into like this. They love them. They run over. They give them hugs and stuff like that. And it's from a real place, not some place that's constructed. You know, so I really appreciate that, all the support that. I mean, we took up a good piece of the bleachers yesterday, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. So that's kind of what was going on, man. You know, if I go out tonight, I may do earn by time. I don't know. See how I'm feeling. Grubhub's been on it, man. It took a little off of them to get off the blocks with them today, but once I took the first order, they're giving them to me back to back. You know, which is always good. I mean, if Uber's dragging their feet with my background check, someone else will fill their shoes. It's just, like I said, it's unfortunate that Grubhub doesn't really do late night. That's a plus of Uber Eats, is that they're 24 hours a day and they're all over the country. You can turn it on anytime, anywhere, any place, and, you know, get your grind on. So, but we gotta make it happen regardless. You know, we always find a way. We adapt. We overcome. So yeah, didn't feel bad about that at all. Let's see. So yeah, we're driving through Colleen right now. great city of Killeen. A little sarcasm there. We got a little bit of traffic, not so bad compared to dashers that live in like big cities and stuff like that. If they saw what I just called traffic, they'd probably laugh at me. I'm like, I'm still going like almost 70 miles an hour, so it's not like traffic is back to back, bumper to bumper, and I'm driving with my chin underneath the steering wheel on high alert. It's nothing like that. It's just kind of cruising, just making my way back. I figure I'd cut it up with y'all for my mental health, and anybody out there that's concerned, kind of about what I got going on or anything like that. Just sharing my time with the world, whether the world appreciates it or not. I'm willing to give myself a little bit to the world. Right now we're right off W.S. Young Drive, where you take that exit and it takes you to Killeen Mall, where vendors are getting their hustle on. Let's see. I still haven't seen any comments, man. People haven't really been commenting and feeling my videos too much. I still really am generally curious about like what people out there are doing with their time out there in the world. Like, how are you making your income, or if you even work, things like that. What do you guys do with your time? I mean, are you a housewife or husband? Are you a licensed professional in something? Do you do gig work? If you do, what kind of gig work? I'm still pretty curious about that. I do got a few subscribers out there. On all these videos, I got 10 whopping hours of view time. But baby steps. I figured the more I put out there, more content I put out there, eventually, something will catch on. Or even one of you guys can kind of tell me like, hey man, your videos are boring. Why don't you talk about this? Serve me in the right direction. We're entering Harker Heights, which is just attached to Killeen, if you've ever been there. Good food. If you play pool, there's some really quality pool halls off Veterans in Harker Heights. Shout out to Deja Vu and Cab 7. Those are, it's a good place. That's a place where Cab 7, I mean, you can get your it's like a real small place, but you can get your drink and party on. But I mean, if you want to get your serious pool game on, there's some pool players in there, man. Now people are just hitting the balls around. There's some people that really know how to move the cue ball. My experience at Deja Vu is just more, I mean, it's another bar, it's another pool hall bar, but the pool players are a little bit more serious in there, which I kind of like. If you take pool seriously, both those places are pretty reputable. Welcome you in, but just mind you, when you walk in and you walk up and you're on that pool table, there's gonna be eyes on you. They're already scooping out your game. If you're approached and you want to gamble, do your thing. But more than likely, you've already been scoped, weighed, and measured. So just be warned. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's just one of those deals. If you're looking for action, I'm sure you can find some action there. That's it. But yeah, shout out to Cab 7. Shout out to Deja Vu and American Pool Players Association out there. I played for them for a while. It's been a few years. I've been concentrating on my daughter, but I'm sure I'll be back. I'll be back soon. Just concentrating on building a book of business, stacking my income, and time with my daughter at this time. So that's kind of where my focus is. And if I go back to that world, I want to be 100%, more focused, or 100% focused. I don't want to be my mind floating around, not being focused on the table. As far as I'll talk about pool, let's see. Today, my daughter's got tumble practice at 5:30, which is good. Tomorrow, she's supposed to have. We have to make a decision whether she's got to practice with her team in softball, or we got to have her take an hour private lessons. I'm leaning more toward the private lessons that cost us money, but she'll learn a lot more than, I hate to say it, than playing with her team. I mean, she'll learn teamwork, but her team are like four steps behind her, and playing with she knows the fundamentals, more than the fundamentals, and she's pretty strong. I feel like we can add on to that with her private sessions, and the rest of the team just needs to step it up. I mean, nothing against them. It's just she's been playing longer. She's more seasoned. There's a lot of 5-year-olds on that team. Our daughter's 7, so I mean, she just stands out. So, and next year she's going to be doing coach pitch. So I feel that her doing her private sessions and getting her fundamentals stronger and whatnot will be more beneficial to her. So, but we will see. I'll update you guys on that at another time. Feeling pretty good. See, I've had a cup of coffee and my dumplings of rice today. So, I've had some food, gotten my caffeine, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'll still try to take my little power nap, try to go out again tonight. My body's been getting more used to doing late nights. As long as I can get that power nap in, man. If I only get like a 30-minute power nap, it's not that great. But if I get like an hour and a half or more before I go out, that really helps a lot. Doesn't sound like a lot, doing the math, you're like, it's just an hour and a half of sleep. But my body does recoup a little bit during that hour and a half. So, do I suggest everyone doing late night like me? That's really a judgment call. But it is extra money every day. And like I said, I'm figuring out this Poplin laundry deal, how to coordinate my time the best while still building a book of business. And I don't feel like giving up on that, so I'm going to keep pushing. Find ways to not waste any time. That's kind of like my phrase, wasting no time. Like if I'm waiting on an order, I could be getting my car washed, or I could be vacuuming out my car, or, blowing it out with a hose, or I could be getting gas. There's always something you can be doing, but just don't waste your time, man. Because then that's my theory. The more you do now, less you gotta do later, and it frees up. If you do want some spare time, and you maximize your time from the get-go, you'll value your time more, and then you'll have more time to spend doing something else, either constructive or even relaxing. But just don't waste it, because when you waste your time and then something comes up, people have a tendency to start rushing things like, oh, I'm out of time. And like, yeah, you weren't out of time when you're on the couch, or you weren't out of time when you're being lazy, when you knew you could have been doing something else. So I guess that's my soapbox moment for the day. Maximize your time. Waste none. That's one of the things that we all have in common. 1 minute is 1 minute, and we only have so much time, so maximize your time. It doesn't have to be with work. It could be hanging out with family, or entertaining yourself is not a waste of your time. That's good for your mental health. Whether it's take a vacation, take a road trip, but maximize your time, man. Just don't waste it. That's as much as I'll say about that. Yeah, we got a little more time. We're about to enter Nolanville. Not a lot goes on in Nolanville. I mean, people live there, but you're not really going to catch any DoorDash orders or anything like that. Every now and again, man, you might get a DoorDash order that goes all the way out there, or a Walmart Spark that goes way out there. But man, if you get one of those orders, man, they better be paying. That's way off the cuff, man. Like you gotta spend some time driving back. So just FYI, if you're doing gig work and you gotta drive out to Nolanville, you're gonna be driving out to the country and you'll be driving 10 miles back. So just keep that in mind. That's my little tidbit for today when it comes to gig work. It's nice out here though. It's like as I'm driving right now, a lot of hills, a lot of green grass and trees. And going off livestock and the farms and the fields and stuff like that. That's nice, but it doesn't really make you a lot of money. If you're seeing cows, farms, and fields, that means you're pretty much off the cuff and you were driving some dead miles back because you're not in the city. I mean, have you ever seen Chick-fil-A next to a farm? I mean, if you have, put it in the comments, let me know. But not too much, you know. It's like folks that live out in the country, you know, they want modern conveniences too, but you gotta realize that it takes up our time. I mean, you gotta pay for that, man. You gotta pay for that country living. You gotta pay for not living in the city, man. There's a reason why things cost more in the city. You're in the middle of all the action. You know, you're not driving, 35 minutes to go to a Walmart, one way and then 35 minutes back. The rent or mortgage is cheaper out there, but I mean, every plus has a minus, man. That's some of them. You lose some of those modern conveniences. Oh, goodness. Don't mind me, sorry, you guys see me yawn. But my body's telling me that I'm a little tired, so I gotta keep myself crisp. Talking to y'all while I'm on the highway helps too, even though I am essentially talking to myself. I'm talking to the world's not responding back. One day we'll be able to do a live chat. I can see that happening someday, but baby steps. Well, so like I said, on the agenda today, gotta get this laundry back to the house. Well, first pick up Jocelyn. That's my daughter's name. I'm going to go back to the house. She gets to finish her homework. She can get ready for her tumble class, get something to eat. I'll drop off this laundry. Have my mother-in-law started. I might be able to catch a 30-minute nap if my daughter doesn't take up my time, which I got no problem with. Give me a glass of water. Then pack my daughter in the car. Go pick up my wife from work. Then zoom on over to Extreme, which is the place where she does her tumble and gymnastics. Extreme, right there next to Walmart on West Adams in Temple, Texas. Shout out to Extreme. Great instructors, good kids out there. You can see that she's always moving forward. She's always getting better at what she does. She focuses. She doesn't quit. I like that. They see that. They embrace it. It's good stuff. Then after that, we pick her up, take her to the house. I think the family said they had to go to Walmart to pick up a few things. I could be wrong. If they do that, I'm gonna see if I can squeak in a Walmart Spark order. Try to make us some money because once again, wasted no time. We're gonna try to make some money while they're out there spending it. Try to find something with low miles. Double digit money for single digit miles is my favorite. If I'm gonna go double digit miles, that first number better not be a 1, it better be a 2 or a 3 or higher. Just do a shop and pay. Well, hopefully a shop and pay. I mean, I'm not against doing a curbside, but I like shopping while they're shopping. Shopping's easy, kind of therapeutic. You just kind of walk the aisles, grab the stuff, skip the line, which you get looks on people's faces, but sorry, man. My customers, my clients, they pay for a premium service, so we get to skip the lines. And speed is part of the service, and Walmart caters to that. And I'm the one that's gonna make that happen, along with other smart drivers. So, that said, then I can drop off an order, go to the house, eat dinner. Read my daughter a couple stories before she goes to bed. I'm going to play with her for a little bit, read the stories, make sure she brushes her teeth, eats her gummy vitamins, swish it with mouthwash, get her asleep, then I catch my nap, have my alarm wake me up at 11, and then hit the streets again. I mentioned it before, doing late night, man, it's pretty therapeutic, man. A lot of people are like, do people really order stuff late at night? Yes, they do. you don't have as many restaurants, but there are fast food places and restaurants that stay open until like 12 and whatnot, and then there's other places that do stay open, like Denny's 24 hours, fast food places like McDonald's, I think Wendy's, Taco Bell stay open late. Plus, also the roads are pretty empty. Same thing with the highways. I mean, it's really nice and open, so you feel like you got the streets to yourself, which means you can drive. I mean, you're still doing the speed limit, but you're not waiting on any traffic, man. So it's nice, man. You just kind of cruise, relax, make it happen. Turn on a podcast. Maybe I'll listen to a stand-up comedian or whatnot. Have that playing in the background. I usually do like 3 or 4 orders. Usually meet my goal by 3 or 4 orders. Do fast 7-Eleven runs from time to time. I'm just trying to hit my $30 and get to the house. So, I mean, if I can make it quick, great. Goes a little late. I really don't like going out past 1:30. I like to get my sleep. Last night when I did late night, I got in around 1:30, but then I had a 160-pound order. Most of it was done, so I bagged up most of it last night, so I'd have less to do in the morning. So I didn't get to bed until about 2:30 a.m. and then back up at 6:30. So, I mean, life of a hustler, man. Life of gig work. I mean, it's not all sunshine and roses and coffee all the time. But you work hard, you get the payouts. And like I said in my other videos, man, I like to be able to have lunch with my daughter once a week. I like to go to all of her practices and all of her games and stuff like that. And if there's a tournament, there's no asking, can I go? Can someone cover my shift? I'm not doing that, man. I'm not asking permission. Kind of king of my own destiny there. King of my own downfall too. Plus has a minus. But it's not going to be from a lack of effort. It's not from me being lazy. I'm going to go out there and get this money. There's money out there to be made all the time. There's different apps to be used all the time. Different opportunities. There's always opportunities 24 hours a day to make some money and get ahead. Like I said, ones I like to use. I mentioned it before, but let me give you all a refresher. Use DoorDash. Use some Uber Eats. Use some Grubhub. Use some Walmart Spark. I got backup apps I use very rarely, like Roadie. Got a few of those in. I'm on the wait list for Amazon Flex. I haven't done Rover, which is like what do you call it, onboarding, like pets and whatnot, and pet sitting, things like that. But that is an option out there. I know you can do that. There's there's a whole bunch of different ways to get your hustle on to make money. Like, money's moving around all the time, all over the world. There's opportunities to make money. There's money out there floating, whether it's on the internet, opportunities, all through the phone. I mean, you don't have to put in applications to get a job, to get a W-2 job, and then, they pretty much control your destiny at that point. They're gonna let you how much you're worth, money-wise. They gotta tell you when to work, how much they're gonna pay you, and they don't really have to negotiate that too much. I mean, if they deem you worthy, you'll get your raises from here to there, promotions, and I mean, I'm not downplaying that, but you're putting your energy and your trust in another entity. I mean, we do it with the apps as well. You can be deactivated at any time, but you can have multiple apps. If an app tells you to do an order, they send you an order, you don't have to do it if it doesn't make sense to you. If you need to make more money, you're not asking your boss for overtime or anything like that. If you need more money, go out there and get it. No excuses, So that's my thoughts. But yeah. Oh, by the way, with all that jaw jack, I am in Temple. I'm gonna get off this highway in about two exits. It is 2:59. I might even have time to stop in and get myself something to drink at the Circle. I think it's the Circle K over there on Airport before I pull in. Maybe use the restroom, so I'm not doing the pee dance in the car. And kind of go from there. So I'm going to cut it a little bit short. See, I got myself a little 30-minute video here. So if and when you do listen to this, thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for allowing me to share myself and some of my life experiences. I guess it's kind of like just a monologue or vlog, or however you want to call it. Just kind of marking my life, marking what I got going on, whether it's exciting or not. I mean, I'll let you guys know, and I will catch you on the next one. If you like the video, like the content, like it. If you want to know more about what's going on with me, hit subscribe, or you need tips and tricks or whatever the reason. You want to talk, have a conversation. Just like any other social media, leave a comment, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Y'all take care. Deuces.